Hey friends, before I get started on this video, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your support, and I really appreciate all the kind comments and the encouraging comments on my last video about Lyme. So let's get into this update. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Jennifer Huber, also known as Solo Travel Girl. I don't know if you could see, oh, that was my cat China. She hopped up here, she hopped off. But I'm just checking in with you all with another Lyme update. I'm feeling better. I'm not 100% better, but I am feeling better. But I just want to let you know that the health department contacted me. If you've been diagnosed with Lyme, I'm sure they have contacted you. But it is state statute in the state of Florida that when a lab has a positive Lyme result test, they need to report that to the health department. Also, I read up, and physicians also need to report it, especially when there is a rash, the bullseye rash, which I had. I still have a rash. It's not as intense. It's not as bullseye-ish, so to say. But I just want to give you an update. I know I just repeated myself. So anyway, the health department contacted me because they want to know, did I get this Lyme here in my Southwest Florida community, or did I get it somewhere else? So basically they asked me my travel history, and based on that, they didn't say that, yeah, I definitely got it in New York, or if maybe I got it in my backyard. Who knows? I don't know if I got it up in Western New York. I don't know if I picked it up when I went camping in North Carolina for one night. I don't know if I got it when I mowed the grass in my lawn. And then I got thinking, I walk my dog in the neighborhood. There's a lot of areas that it's uncut grass, and sometimes I need to get into that grass to get out of the way of the cars because we don't have sidewalks. Or if we're walking on the sidewalks and perhaps it's like kids getting ready for school, we need to go into that uncut grass. And who knows where I picked it up. I also went to a botanical garden in my community. So the possibilities are endless, I guess, as to where I picked up Lyme. Most likely I picked it up in Western New York. However, maybe if there are some more Lyme cases in my community, perhaps I picked it up here. Or if I get bit again and have it, which I really hope I don't. So anyway, they also wanted to know my symptoms. My symptoms when I spoke to them, and it's still true. I still have these symptoms right now: fatigue, brain fog, light sensitivity. Yeah, this ring light is pretty wild. With the light sensitivity, I have big floaters, and then also, rather than like the white flashing lightning bolts, now it's kind of converted to black polka dots. It's almost like when I'm driving, it looks like something maybe is jumping in front of the road or jumping in front of the car in the road, but it's just basically I see black polka dots, which is pretty wild. I have a low-grade fever, basically it's in the 99s, like from 99.3 to 99.8. Usually my temperature is lower than 98.6. I have joint pain more intensely in my hips, my knees, and my ankles, and I've also noticed that I broke my ankle bone. That area hurts a lot more. I've had surgery on my collarbone. This hurts. My teeth, where I've had dental work done, like root canal or a crown and cavities, my teeth hurt, which is weird and random because I've never had that before. And I still have neck pain and stiffness. It is not the stiffness that I had that first week that I found the rash, but I still have stiffness there. And headache. The headache is actually moved from the back of my head more to the top of my head. So those are my symptoms. Those were my symptoms this past week and today. So I want to share with you the 3 things that stood out in my conversation with the Florida Department of Health. One, they told me I should get tested 6 months from now to make sure that the bands that came up in the blot test, that they have gone from IgM to IgG. And once they're all in IgG, that means it's a past infection. They also told me that Lyme As many of you know, Lyme will always be in me. It will always be a part of me. I just hope it doesn't turn into chronic Lyme. I asked if there were any Lyme literate doctors in Southwest Florida, and get this. She told me not really, and she said if I'm going back up to New York State that I find a doctor up there. That's comforting, isn't it? Now, I did talk, I'm going to sidebar here, I did talk to a colleague who has a tick disease. His is not Lyme, but his is one, I forgot what type of tick, but he has a mammalian meat allergy, so he cannot eat any meat from mammals, and it's just bad if he does. He actually carries an EpiPen and Benadryl in case that happens. But he told me that's ridiculous that there aren't any Lyme literate doctors in South Florida. Granted, he's up in North Florida, but he worked with an allergist, and another friend recommended that I contact an allergist. So we shall see. But anyway, the health department, in addition to telling me that there are not Lyme literate doctors, they told me to visit the cdc.gov website for more information about Lyme, which I have been doing. And this is the interesting thing, because I told her that I was prescribed 10 days of doxycycline, and that's it. My doctor is not going to prescribe anything more, even though I have these symptoms, and even after I told her that the health department reached out to me and said that I need to be tested 6 months from now. She agreed to that. However, when I told the health department what my symptoms are and that I only had 10-day prescription, she thought that was odd because she said it's typically 14 to 30 days. Now, when I went into the CDC website, I saw that the protocol for Lyme disease, if it's only a bullseye rash with no other symptoms, yes, it's 10 days of doxycycline. But if there's other symptoms like joint pain, neck stiffness, headache, low-grade fever, it is a 14 to 21-day doxycycline. So that's where I am. Am I going to doctor shop for more antibiotics? Probably not. I am seeing my endocrinologist this coming up week. I'll see what she say. Well, I'll see what she says, but I think I'm just going to go more to a holistic route. I talked to my colleague, as I mentioned, and that's what he did. I have a boatload of essential oils when I was into the doTERRA program, and oregano is a natural antibiotic. You know, there's cinnamon and there's other essential oils, but I might be going that way. But I am going to move away from mammalian meat. Again, that's associated more with a different disease, but I just finished a book. I'll put a link in the description what that book is, and that person, he moved to a plant-based diet. Also, I'm moving more to gluten-free diet, nutritional plan as well. So that's all I have to say today. I do have some ideas to share next week, basically about what I've been doing these past 30 days after being diagnosed with Lyme. And it's kind of interesting what I've been experiencing, what I've been doing, and I've decided that I'm not going to be a victim, and I'm just going to fight this. And that's all I have to say right now. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you next time. And remember, life's too short, so always say yes to adventure. Bye.